So the real work begins for all the NFL rookies. You shook the hand of the commissioner. You had your moment in the sun. Maybe you stayed home and just got the phone call. Either way, time to put away that fine pair of dress, put those jerseys on, and get into the action. Because it is time for rookie mini camps all around the NFL, and we are excited to be able to talk a little bit of ball. And who better to talk some more ball than with Emory Hunt, who's trying to dress nicely himself with a polo. Guess he didn't get the memo. We're dressing up here on a Friday. That's okay, Emory. I'll let that slide here. And we can start this slide with a little bit of CamWard talk. Got to start with the top pick because the priority here for the Titans, do you think, is it to build that relationship, or what are you focused on during these few days if you are the Titans and Ward?
Just trying to get the timing down, Zach, with the receiving core because, again, he's a new quarterback. These are some new options outside of undrafted rookie free agent Xavier Restrepo that he has worked with. So he's got to get the timing down with a lot of these young guys before the veterans come in. So it's about how quickly he can get acclimated to getting those guys up to speed to where he feels comfortable with, okay, I can work with this group of guys, but then next step will be working with the veterans when they come in. So it's just about the timing, understanding the playbook, try to see how quickly he can grasp things and get it under wraps before the veterans come in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a little tune-up before it all starts to really get going is really the theme, it feels like, for all these guys who are the top picks, because we know they'll be making the team when it's all said and done. Let's stay in the division, head over to Jacksonville. What should the priority be for TravisHunter and the Jags? Do you focus on offense? Do you focus on defense? Do you split it 50-50? What is it?
That's a great question, Zach. I say you split it 50-50 because you draft TravisHunter to be TravisHunter. You didn't draft TravisHunter to be the wide receiver or the cornerback. You drafted him to be both. So I want to see them utilize this time wisely to get him at least up to speed on both sides of the ball. And then as you get more into mini camp and then OTAs and then training camp, you can kind of lean more heavily to one side. But right now, while he's still a sponge, throw everything at him, see what he can retain, see what he can grasp, and then you start to build from there. So again, you drafted him to be TravisHunter. Don't waste the pick, don't waste the trade capital, don't waste the prospect by focusing on one side of the football. So I want to see them utilize him on both sides in this rookie minicamp while he can learn much more in a easy setting before the veterans get there.
Yeah, I feel like that's just the more fun situation for those of us watching back. Like, yeah, let them play both sides early right here so we can get all that excitement. I want to talk running backs now, and let's look at AshtonJeanty, new head coach over there, of course, with the Raiders, and Pete Carroll. He likes to run the ball. We know that. So what should Jeanty and Carroll be focusing on this weekend to set that foundation?
Dead on right there, Zach, because at the end of the day, man, we know you can run the football. So right now, it's about understanding where to go in blitz pickup. So I would focus more so on pass protection recognition because obviously there's no pads. Obviously, it would make sense to have him do pass pro or blitz pickup with guys with no pads on, but just understanding where to go with the pass protection, where to go to pick up the blitzes, probably the best bet here in rookie minicamp, and also catching the football. We know he's a very good receiver. We talked about this all in the lead up to the draft, that he was very underutilized as a receiver at Boise, but now in training camp, just get him acclimated to knowing where to go with his blitz pickup reads and his hots and all of those things in pass protection, and also just kind of dump a lot of passes off to him to get those hands up to speed, because that's where you should focus on, because we know you can run the football and there's no reason to run the ball here with no pads on in rookie minicamp.
I want to talk Browns here, but I want to start with defense, actually. We'll focus on MasonGraham first because he's going to be asked a lot to hold down the middle down there in Cleveland. What do you want to see from the Browns and Graham this weekend?
I just want to see how he moves. I know a lot of people had some questions on whether or not he was a top-tier athlete and whether or not he was just a direct beneficiary of Kenneth Grant playing alongside of him. That's not an issue for me. It's just about, okay, how can he get up to speed in an NFL setting, right? And granted, these are all rookies, so they hadn't really played NFL ball yet. So you won't get a true gauge on what he can do athletically, but just to see how he moves and how he's able to transition out of his, cuts when he finds the ball going the opposite way. That's the biggest thing I would be looking for here in the rookie minicamp setting for MasonGraham.
If we are going to talk Browns, I think let's call a spade and know that I have to bring up ShedeurSanders, of course, because that's where all the intrigue truly is. He, of course, is not the only rookie QB because there's also Dylan Gabriel, but let's be real, we care about Shedeur. So what should Shedeur be focused on here at rookie minicamp this weekend?
All of these reps count if you're ShedeurSanders because, again, no matter how you enter the league and where you are on the depth chart in this crowded quarterback room of 4 guys, you have to make sure you maximize every rep. Because, again, we don't know how many reps you're going to get in OTAs or in training camp. So this rookie minicamp setting where it's just you and Dylan Gabriel, all of your reps count. So he has to really focus on making sure he gets up to speed with guys he hadn't thrown with. And maybe this is why he probably should have thrown either at the Combine or at the East-West Shrine Bowl to get acclimated to working with guys that he hasn't thrown to before. So I want to see how he handles this situation because, again, we know the spotlight will be on him, and these reps for him specifically definitely count more so than anything. So he has to go out there and have a great, in quotations, rookie minicamp because he can't have any slip up to give any of the detractors any reason to knock him and say this is why he went in the 5th round or this is why he can't be a starter in the NFL. So for him, this is the regular season. Everything from now until the regular season kicks off is the regular season for ShedeurSanders. So I want to see him go out there, handle his business, and complete every pass that he has a chance to complete because all of these reps for him definitely matter.
Yeah, got to stay on your P's and Q's, just how you wanted to be on your P's and Q's, and copy the way I'm dressed, button up your shirt all the way to the top. We will allow it, though, Emory. We thank you for joining us here on The Morning. Emory Hunt, ladies and gentlemen. More NFL talk can be found over at Pushing the Pile. You know that's where Kyle Long and Mike Renner can be found. Like, subscribe, scan the QR code to get that gridiron talk all the time.